Hey, I'm Jenna.
I'm Whitney.
We don't want to work out.
Like ever, but with each other's support.
We can master manageable workouts together. We did it. Welcome to Balance and Stability. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, but a very important one for people to do just for general athleticism. Just going to look at my notes here real quick. It's good for muscular balance. Okay, so I know a lot of the time people may notice as they're going through some workouts that one side feels a little stronger than the other. This balance and stability workout is going to really help us to bring everything balanced and centered. Okay, it teaches your brain to use your core for stabilization. So just as you're going throughout your regular day, whatever you're doing, shopping at the food store, picking up your kids, doing this, doing that, whatever it is, your brain is constantly communicating to your body on how to use your muscles. So by doing these exercises, we're going to teach our brain to rely on the core, which is really good. And the third reason I have here is that it improves neuromuscular coordination. So that's kind of what I just said. So basically like brain muscle communication, this improves that coordination and it just makes you overall more athletic, more stabilized, more balanced. And we're going to do a little bit of a warm up here to just kind of get our bodies pumping. It's going to be a short warm up. We're going to do a minute of jumping jacks, a minute of glute hang, just to stretch, and then another minute of jumping jacks. And we're just going to get right into these exercises. All right, just fix my space here. Okay, and we're on for 1 minute of jumping jacks. Here we go. The quickest way to warm yourself up in any situation to just do a jumping jack.
Jenna, how many jumping jacks do you think you've done over your lifetime? How many billions of jumping jacks do you think you've done?
I don't think I'm going to say billions, but I think I will say millions. What about you?
It has to be millions. It has to be. There's no way. I think my kids have done thousands all by themselves.
I mean, anybody that's in public school phys ed has done at least millions.
Any of my children will also do that.
10 seconds left. Or I guess if you're like in the army, I know they do a lot of jumping.
I feel that we rival them.
Whew. Out of breath. Wow. All right.
I think this warm up is going to be harder than the balance workout.
It absolutely is. Okay, here we go. We're doing a glute hang for 1 minute. All right, so gotta catch my breath. In this glute hang, we are just letting the dead weight of our head and our shoulders and our arms just kind of fall to the ground and stretch out that whole back of your body, your hamstrings and your calves and all the tendons and connective tissue, everything from your butt down to your ankles. Whew, I gotta stop talking for a second.
And don't be afraid in order to get a little bit more stretch, bend your knees just a little bit. You'll get a little bit more of a hamstring flex.
Ooh, yeah, that feels good. I do apologize to our video watchers here for the loud breathing noises. I didn't think I was going to get so out of breath on that. That just goes to show you, jumping jacks are really good cardio. Drop. All right. Whew. Here we go. 1 more minute of jumping jacks. And the only reason I'm torturing myself and you guys with these jumping jacks is because I'm trying to just quickly wake the body up so that we can really get every ounce out of these stability exercises. Here we go. 1 more minute and we're on. I'm gonna jumping jack a little slower this time. I'll make sure that I turn the music up a little louder for these on the editing side of things, so you guys don't have to listen to us breathe.
Well, if that's the case, you might want to go back and recheck plyometrics, because I know that.
You know what? I did
What?
put the volume a little higher on that video than I normally do.
Because somebody did not do well.
Oh man. Just glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, it's great. Everything's great.
All right, 5 seconds. And drop. Okay. Okay, gotta gather myself. I'm gonna grab a little sip of water, and then I'm gonna explain this first. Whew. Whitney, you wanna explain the first one? Are you good?
I don't remember the first one, but I do want to say this is a fun workout because it's about balance. It's not about how many you're doing. It's just paying attention to how your body feels. And if you're not used to doing that, then this is extra important. And if you are used to paying attention to how your body feels, well, then time to make some adjustments and really focus. What was the first one?
Okay.
Oh, I don't remember what it was called.
Well, I just kind of gave it a name. One leg lean shift. That's not a real name.
All right, so legs, shoulder. Yep, legs shoulder width apart. You can keep your arms up for balance, and you're just alternating which side is getting all of your body weight on it. You're going to lift up the opposite foot just a little bit. You can keep your legs straight, and you're just switching back and forth.
All right, I'm going to start the timer here for 1 minute.
If it makes it easier to bend the knee of the leg you're standing on, sometimes they can provide a little bit more stability. Yeah, nice and easy, back and forth. Pay attention to which side you're better at.
And another thing you might notice when you're doing this is that leg that's on the ground, that's where all the work is being done, and you're going to feel those slight little shifting movements throughout your ankle and your foot there, and that's the work right there. That's the stability, that's the balance, all those little stabilizer muscles that we don't usually think about. That's what we're working on today. 15 seconds left.
Yep, and then you got to bring in the core, because we're balancing in the core is such a big part, because you can feel it coming up from the toes and up the sides, engaging the core to balance you out while you're leaning one direction.
Drop. Okay, next we're going to come into mountain pose for 1 minute. This is a yoga pose. All right, so I'm just going to go over it real quick. You're going to bring your toes together. Okay, and your heels are just going to be a little separated. All right, go not like this. Okay, but just closer than that. Okay, what is that? What is that reminding me of right now? The Little Rascals or something? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know,
okay. Okay.
I don't know.
And then you're going to bend your knees. Okay. And you're going to keep your core very upright. Okay. Stomach is nice and open. All right. I'm going to go to the side here to just kind of show you what I mean. Okay. We want a nice stable position. We don't want to be rounded like this. Good posture. Hands together. All right. I'm going to start the timer for 1 minute here. Okay.
And just so everyone knows, this is really weird. It's just it's a weird position. So accept that it feels weird and then do what you need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the depth to which you bend your knees here, that's up to you. Okay. You should feel your feet, you should feel that stabilization work in your feet, the little muscles kind of moving around, keeping yourself balanced. And if you want to make it a little more challenging, put your arms up like this. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left here. Okay, so you can have your arms together.
I can see looking at you from this angle how important it is. Keep your back straight. Make sure you're paying attention to your posture. I mean, Jenna is. That's why I'm bringing it up.
No, absolutely. I think a lot of us do have a tendency to round out through our backs. So we're trying to, combat that right now and keep in that nice strong posture. Drop. Okay, and I'm sure that your legs are burning a little bit after that one. That's good. That's where the stabilization comes in. Okay, our next one, this is also a yoga pose. This is called tree pose. Okay, so before I start the timer, I want to go over some different levels of this because everybody's going to be in a different place for tree pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand. One foot is going to stay planted on the ground. Okay, if you cannot bring your opposite leg up here at all and balance on one leg, then what I want you to do is to come up on the opposite toe, and I just want you to just touch your toe to the floor, and you're going to put your hands together for this one, or you can put them up. Okay, maybe this is where you're at, or maybe you can come up here and put your foot on your calf, and maybe that's good enough, and maybe that's where a lot of the work is going to be done for you. Or if that's too easy, okay, you can bring your, whoopsie, this is where it starts to get hard for me. You can bring your heel up higher, and you can just really tuck that opposite leg in to the inner thigh, hands together or hands up. Okay, and this right here, this position, this will be the hardest version of this. Okay, and this will be the entry level to this. Okay,
awesome. And don't forget, have a chair. Do this next to a wall if you need to.
Yeah.
It's whatever your ability is. You need to stay on what is your ability, because if you push it too far, that's when we get a little uncomfortable and maybe hurt or injured, and we're not trying to do that. We don't even want to.
Definitely not.
So
yeah, no, we don't need anyone falling over on this. So yeah, so thank you for like mentioning that, Whitney. And for me, I don't have a chair, but I do have a wall behind me. So if I want to try to come up a little higher, and maybe I just keep my fingertips on the wall, or like Whitney said, or you have a chair in front of you, something like that, that's good too. We're going to go 1 minute on each leg, wherever you're at. And you might even want to play around with it as you go throughout, just kind of change it up. All right, so here we go. I'm starting with my right leg on the ground. Okay, I'm going to bring my leg up, and we're going to be on for 1 minute. Okay, clock is on. Okay, I'm going to go for the full tree.
oh my
here.
gosh, you are such a show off. Look at my almost tree.
Showing off is what fuels me. I'm not gonna lie. As I've grown older, I'm in my mid-30s now. I know myself really well, and
you want to know what fuels me?
What?
Other people's weakness. If I see weakness, I get motivated.
Oh my God, that's so
horrible.
You know what? It's good to know. Oh, I'm getting unstable here because I'm laughing, but it's good to be honest with yourself, right? I think the more people, this is maybe a little like not like exercise related totally, but the more we know about ourselves as humans, the better humans we can be for other people, right? Self-awareness is important. All right,
yes.
Let's drop. Let's switch to the other side. All right, we're 1 minute on the other leg. We are on. Let's see if I can do it on this side too. You never know.
I can barely get my foot to my hand without. Oh my gosh! That's what someone needs the wall.
And that's what it's there for. This is one where like it can help sometimes to fix your gaze on one point. Like right now, I'm fixated on my phone, and I'm not allowing my eyes to look around anywhere else. And I think sometimes that can help with. But see, like when I look at the timer, I falter a little bit. Thinking about good posture here, 15 seconds left, standing up really tall through our core. Really just trying to open your body up as much as you can. 5 seconds. And drop. All right, great job. That right there, that's the crux, of the workout. Well, maybe, actually, I take that back. We might be getting to the crux on our last one here, depending on where you go with this. So this next one, I'm gonna do a little explaining. Like the tree pose, there's a couple different versions of this that people can do, okay? So this is called, we have 2 more. My bad. We have 2 more. Okay, next one.
I was so excited, but I was like, something's missing. Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
My notebook. My notebook's too far away. This one is going to be called one leg lift, okay? So basically, this is what it's going to look like, the different levels, okay? So you're here, okay? Again, this is going to be a one leg exercise. All right, this is, okay, level 1 is just raising the knee up a little bit, okay? This is level 1. All right, level 2, sending that foot out and getting a straight leg out, okay? You can keep your hands down. You can keep them in a prayer position, or you can put your hands up, okay? That's up to you. Level 3 is sending that leg back, trying to get a straight back leg as if you're pushing it against the wall. And maybe you are pushing it against the wall, and that helps a little bit. But try to see if you can just touch your toe if you need the wall, okay? So those are the 3 levels of this one. We're going to be 1 minute on each leg. Wherever you're at is fine, okay?
I have a question real quick.
Yes.
So the third level is all 3 steps, correct? It's not just going backwards, it's the full going forwards and then backwards, correct?
Yeah, so yeah, thanks. Yeah, I should have been more clear. The way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna do all 3. So I'm actually what I think would be best, right, is if you try to make it like a progression, right? So for a minute, we have 1 minute to work through this full progression. So take a minute to just kind of lift, right? Get stable, then try to send it out. And if you're stable here, then try to send it back. And then if you can send it back, then just hold this for the rest of the minute. Or if that's too unstable, maybe you bring it back to the front, or you just bring it back to here. So this one's going to be up to you guys on kind of what you want to do. But what I'm going to do is start here and just work through the whole progression.
Awesome. And if you happen to be lucky enough to still have your chair or your wall, put a finger on the wall and grab your balance while you're doing it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's amazing what one finger on the wall can do for stabilization. Just one little touch. Okay, here we go. All right, 1 minute on one leg, 1 minute on the other, and the clock is on. All right, so I'm starting with my right leg here. I'm just gonna move through this like really slow and just take my time. And I'm just noticing, like on my left leg, like there's a lot of shaking, and again, that's where the stability exercise is coming in. That's where the work is.
Oh my gosh,
if you can
killing it. I'm killing it.
Nice. If you can send that leg back, try to throw your hands forward to add to the challenge if you want a little more even. And then try to get as flat as a board. 15 seconds. Whew, and I'm losing it, so I'm coming back to the front now. Here we go, 5 more seconds. And drop. Whoa. Wow, my ankle on the leg that was on the ground is burning.
Same, actually. Nice, yeah, same.
That's good. Then good. That's a really good one to do then for that. What that tells me is that I have just improved the stability of my ankles, which will probably prevent them from rolling on me.
Yeah.
So yeah, seems to me like that's an ankle exercise more than anything. All right. Let's go to the other leg now. Okay, here we go. On for 1 minute. Ooh. Try to keep that nice straight posture, right? It's really going to help. Shoulders back, chest open, stomach open, right? Just keep that nice, good posture. It helps a lot. I'm going back. See if we can do this here.
I'm killing it again. Don't worry. For some reason, this is my exercise.
Nice. You got strong ankles, kid.
Oh.
Here we go. 20 seconds left here. Wherever you're at, just hold it, or maybe walk it back a little. That's what I'm doing. Here we go. 10 more seconds. Wow, that ankle burn is real. 5 seconds. And drop. Woo. Ugh. Wow.
I also feel that in my hips. Goodness.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. Wow, I'm shaking my legs out a little bit here. I'm trying to shake out the burn of my ankles. That's, you know what? Oof. I guess I got weak ankles.
See?
Okay.
But you were paying attention and you found out.
That's right. Okay. Now we have our last one. Okay. So this is going to seem a little similar, but it's different in one important way. Okay. So in this last one, okay, we're going to spend, same thing, 1 minute on each leg. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to plant the one foot. Okay. Get into a nice athletic position for this. And what I mean by that is don't lock your knee out on this. Get a little bend in your knee, a little bend of bounce. Okay. An athletic position, just kind of like I'm ready to go, you know, like I'm not locked up and stiff. I'm just kind of loose. Okay. All right. So you're going to get on one leg. You're going to send the other leg back again. And what you're going to do is slowly see if you can reach your fingertips down to the ground, and then back up. I'm not making this look very good. And then back down. All right, and you're just gonna go up and down for a minute at your own pace. So it's like a deadlift with no weight. And
Okey-dokey.
Let's
see what we can do.
Okay. Wow.
Well,
I should do a match.
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say? I was going to say, as we do this, can you repeat it, what your body is doing as we're doing it, so we can make sure we're continuing to do it correctly?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like keep saying what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, what were you going to say? What's up?
I got a little distracted for a second because my phone is balancing on a mattress right now on a stand, and my dog got up to reposition, and the stand didn't fall. So I should probably be doing a mattress commercial right now for Stearns and Foster because it didn't even flinch. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so single leg deadlifts. Okay, so for 1 minute on each side, the timer is on. All right, so I'm keeping that planted leg nice and bouncy, right? A little bit of bend to the knee, sending the back leg out. I'm really taking my time because this is hard, especially as I send my body weight forward. And I'm slowly just reaching the fingertips down to the ground. And then when I touch, I'm just gonna hold for 1 second. Maybe I need to give myself a little stability there. And then I'm coming back up. Woo! All right, halfway through. And now I'm just going in for another one. This really shows you that you do not need weights to build your legs and your core and your stability and all of that. You just don't need them. 10 more seconds. I'm going to try to get one more single leg weightless deadlift in here. Oh, another ankle burner. And drop. Okay, and now we'll just come around to the other side. All right, here we go. And the clock is on for 1 minute. How you doing on these, Whitney? Are you killing these too?
Yeah, lots of silence coming from my part. So I'm very balanced. Well, now that I'm saying it and doing it, I'm very balanced going down. But it's honestly when I'm down and coming back up that I don't have the same balance. And I don't know why, I guess the muscle's doing the opposite.
Halfway?
I'm having trouble completely now.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, it does feel very different on the way down compared to like on the way up. I'm noticing that I have a lot more wobbling in the leg that's planted on the ground on the way up. So I think I'm feeling the same thing as you. 10 seconds. Maybe on the way down, it's like mentally, like, that your hands are heading towards the ground, so you're going to be good. Maybe. And drop. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today for balance and stability. Those exercises are the kind of thing that, again, come back, and do these anytime. I think this is a great thing to just kind of sprinkle in, once a week, once every other week, just kind of, bring everything into the center and just work on those stabilizer muscles, preventing injury. And like we said before, improving that neuromuscular coordination, which is something that everybody needs no matter what you do all day. That's good for you. So.
Well said.
A little drop of wisdom for y'all there.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Hey, great job today. And thank you for working out with us. You can follow us at I Don't Want to Work Out Podcast on Instagram, or shoot us an email at I Don't Want to Work Out Podcast at gmail.com. We can't wait for the next one.